that's a bigger one. Oh boy, pull and drag. Holy crap, boys. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been a few weeks since I've been fishing. I feel like I've been depriving myself a little bit. I made a joke that my wife was depriving me, but she's offered many times to let me go, or doesn't mind if I come out. But just a quick update of what's going on in my life. I'm trying to get myself into shape, so I'm trying 75 hard. 7.5 days in, so I've been doing 2 workouts a day. If you don't know what it is, it's 2 workouts a day, drinking a gallon of water, eating intentionally. One of your workouts has to be outside, and they're 45-minute workouts, so that's been consuming a lot of my time, plus time with my son and my wife and church and everything. It's just been a lot going on, so I haven't had time to get out on the water. Today's a Monday. It feels like it's about 103 is what my watch is telling me. It is July 28th, I think. So getting towards the dog days of summer here in Georgia. But we're out here on Lake Acworth seeing if we can get on some this evening. Only got a few hours to fish, so I'm gonna try to get on them quickly and not sweat too much. But it's already pretty hot. Hopefully we can get the fish to bite even in this hot weather, so we're gonna try out a few different things. I've already casted around a little bit, but paddled my way pretty far out here, and I'm counting this as my outdoor workout for the day. It is a workout. I'm sweating my butt off, and I'm paddling all the way across the lake. So without further ado, guys, let's get to fishing. We made it over here. We're gonna try the ChatterBait a little bit. Bass forecast said that they wanted it fast, so we'll try that out. Threw the top water around a little bit, but I think it's just a little too hot. And the only time I've had luck with top water out here is first thing in the morning. On Lake Allatoona, I've had luck in the evenings with the top water, and even toward the middle of the day. But on Lake Acworth, the only time I've caught them on top water is first thing in the morning. All right, let's work our way back down this bank, chill in the shade. See if we can't get something to bite the ChatterBait. And this is probably asking to get hung up, but I kind of want to try the drop shot right here. There's all kinds of lay down logs. Well, really it's just a big tree that fell into the water. So there's probably all kinds of branches down there, but if there's a bass down there, it should want to bite. And like I said, this is just asking to get hung up. First cast. Hey, at least I can call my shots with getting hung up. I'm gonna cast the ChatterBait around a few more times. If I don't get any bites on it, I think I'm gonna tie on 2 different lures and tie on a little Finesse jig and a crankbait. I'll work my way all the way up here to these lay down logs, and then we'll go out to the middle and cut across to the other side of the lake. Got about an hour left before the sun goes down, so that means like an hour and a half of fishing, maybe, depending on how bright the moon is. I'm not sure what phase of the moon we're in, but Hopefully it's pretty bright so we can stay out here a little past sundown. If you ever go fishing and there's something or trash in the water and you're able to get it out, why not do it, you know? Make the lake a little bit cleaner. Oh, there's a little raccoon sticking his head out of that hole. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I don't see very many raccoons down here. That's funny. I think I've seen more armadillos in Georgia than I've seen raccoons. Oh, boys. Let's go. He's not happy about being caught. But we got ourselves our first bass. Let's go. On the old ChatterBait. Little 1 pound, I think it might be, that's a spotted bass. Let's go, guys. Success. And he gave me a nice splash on his way out. The signature let down your net, clap, clap, pump. Might as well be my Tiger Woods fist pump at this point. I think every first fish catch in all my YouTube videos, I've done that so far. All right, gave me a little confidence in the moving bait. There we go. That's all I needed. And hopefully that means the bite's turning on. There was a few lay down logs back behind me that I casted over. You guys could see the one sticking up out of the water, but there was a big tree that was down in the water, and that bass bit right at the end of the tree. It's always good when you catch a fish. I know it can be exciting, and all you're thinking about is reeling that fish in and catching it, but try to pay attention to each cast. What are you doing? What are you casting at? What are you casting over? Because a lot of times fish will be on a pattern for that day, and it can be completely different from one day to the next. So just try to be paying attention to what you're casting at, what kind of structure's in the water, how fast were you retrieving, how high was your rod tip. All those things matter, and to be honest, it's hard to remember all of it. But just as you make each cast, like right there, I just casted it all the way out. There's a lay down tree. I cast it all the way out to the end of it. I'm letting it sink to the bottom. And now I'm gonna start my retrieve, and I'll pay attention to how fast I'm retrieving. When the fish bites, about how far away from my kayak was it? so that I can know what structure I was around. It's just a tip for you guys. It's helped me catch multiple fish, and hopefully it'll do the same for you. Oh, that's a bigger one. Let's go, boys. Again, threw it over top of a log. Oh man, this is a nice fish. Oh boy, pull and drag. Holy crap, boys. That is a nice largemouth bass right there. My pole is in the way behind me. There we go. Oh man, he is angry. This might be my new PB on this lake. Look at his mouth. Didn't have him hooked super good. I take that back. He's hooked pretty good. Oh, boys. Let's go. I'm definitely weighing this one. Dipping back in the water while I get the scale ready. Oh. All right. We got zeros. 3.56. So I don't think that's my PB. I'll have to go back and look. But my goodness, what a fish. Let's go, guys. Let's get this big guy back in the water. And there he goes. Man, that's fun. I almost didn't come out today. I said something to my wife about going, and she said go. So I went upstairs, got dressed, came back down, and here we are, catching biggins. Thank you, Lord. Let's check out my line, make sure it's not frayed at all. And this is just a 3/8 ounce ChatterBait with a little straight tail swim bait on the back. I dipped it in some garlic scented chartreuse. I don't even know what it is. It's in my bag. I'll pull it out and show you guys here in a little bit. Oh, man, that's fun. So that's two. I was talking about the pattern. You can see this big lay down tree over here to my left. I casted over it and then rolled over top of the branch and was just retrieving, straight retrieve, and he ate. It was about the same distance from the shore, about 30 feet or so from the bank. So far it seems like a pattern to me. We're gonna keep on fishing, see if we can catch another. And I'm gonna cast kind of back over the same branch just to see if there's another one hanging out with them. And I knew when I set the hook, I leaned into him, I could tell that it was a bigger fish just by how heavy it was. And then he started pulling drag and I got real excited. Sunset is in 15 minutes. It's already behind the trees behind me. So I think I'm just gonna fish my way down the rest of this bank with the chatterbait. See if we can't get another bite. I might zoom across to the other side of the lake just for a little bit. Or I might not. Yeah, I probably won't. We'll just finish our way down this bank and then maybe fish a little bit of the grass on the way in. Call it a day. If I had the trolling motor hooked up, I would definitely zoom on over there. But I do not, so we will not. I just got bit. I don't know if he was too little to fully eat it. There he is. He got it that time. Thought maybe I was going crazy and that I didn't actually feel a bite, but I did, and I barely had him hooked, so he just kind of swiped at it again. But that's fish number 3, boys. Let's go. Little spotted bass, about the same size as the first one I caught. But we'll add them to the numbers. Get back in there, buddy. Chatterbait was the ticket tonight, boys. Again, by a lay down log. This one wasn't as far away from the bank, but those branches probably go all down into the water. So they're definitely hanging out around the structure this evening. And honestly, the past few times I've been out here, this is where I've been catching them, is over here on these logs. Let's keep it moving. Got at least 2 more really big lay down trees in the water. So hopefully I can pull something out of one of these 2 lay downs up here in front of me. There's also this little one right here. It's more of like a branch that has some tiny twigs out in the water, but it's worth trying. I think that those were just branches that I was hitting. It didn't feel like the the bite that I felt a little bit ago when I said that I got a bite. All right, guys, this is the Pond Finesse jig by Outkasttackle. For those of you that have been watching me, you've heard me reference Tyler's Real Fishing before. So this is his signature jig. It's the 3/8 ounce Pond Finesse jig is what he calls it. If you watch his channel, he'll show you that this jig is meant for, you know, finesse-y type of situations. Maybe people that aren't super familiar with fishing with the jig, or people that fish in ponds specifically. He made it so that you can fish this on a spinning rod. I chose to fish it on a bait caster. I could have tied it onto the spinning rod that I was using for my drop shot, but this is the bluegill color 3/8 ounce. And I put a little rage chunk on the back of it. It fits it pretty well. So we'll throw this thing around a few times up here in these little brush piles down here at the bottom. Thought maybe slow it down a little bit right here on these branches just to see if I can't catch an additional bass that maybe didn't want to come out and eat the chatterbait zooming by their head. But shout out to Tyler's Real Fishing. I know that he's been working on this jig with Outkast for at least a year now. I've been watching him for about 2.5 years or so. And maybe it's been longer than that he's been talking about it. Maybe I'm selling a little bit short, but he definitely worked and took his time, put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Well, maybe not him physically. Well, I guess he did, because he went out and tested it. Anyways, long story short, he worked on this jig for a long time. He made it custom. Oh, and I thought I had a fish, but I'm just hung up. He made it custom for pond fishermen. I was gonna get real excited if I had a big old bass on here. And hopefully I don't lose it. Luckily, funny story, while I'm making my way up here to it, when I saw that it was finally out, I was a little bit late watching the video, but I saw that it was out and went and checked out the website, and there was only, you know, limited options left. So I went ahead and placed my order and got a notification that my package had arrived. So I went out to the mailbox and I thought I had 2 boxes in there. Got it free. Let's go. Didn't lose it. I had 2 boxes in my mailbox, so I was like, what the heck? And I looked at it and I was like, oh man, maybe they sent me like duplicated my order by accident and sent me 2 jigs. So I go inside or actually I was on a walk with my wife and my son, and my wife was like, what'd you get? Some fishing stuff? And I said, yeah, I got Tyler's new jig. I said, but I think they sent me 2. And then she said, I think somebody else sent you some. So I knew that one of my brothers probably had bought them for me. Long story short, I opened up the box and I bought myself 1, which is never a good idea. If you're buying a bait, it's always a good idea to buy at least 2 because of this right here. Because you get hung up and you lose a lure that you really like, you're upset about it and you wish that you would have bought 2. But long story short, my brother Mike had bought me 8 jigs from Outkasttackle. I think most of them are Tyler's jigs, and then he bought me a couple other ones that Tyler recommends. But anyways, thought it was funny that, and also grateful to my brother for hooking me up. And he knows that I love to fish. He knows that I watch Tyler's Real Fishing. I actually got him watching it. And he's a big supporter of the channel. Really all my siblings are. A lot of my family is, and I appreciate that. So shout out to my family for watching the videos and being dedicated to helping me grow this channel. And I don't live close to my family. I live down here in Georgia and they live in Ohio. So I think it's a way that they can a cool way that they can stay connected to me and just kind of see what I'm up to down here in Georgia and maybe live vicariously through me, being out here on the water. Shout out to my brother for hooking me up with some new jigs, and shout out to Tyler's Real Fishing for creating a jig that was made specifically for the pond anglers out there. Oh, thought I had a bite again, but I think I was just hung up on a log at the bottom. And if you're curious about these jigs, he has a whole video on it, of course, because he just came out with it, so he wants his followers and his viewers to know all about it and go buy some. And the fact that most of the jigs were sold out on the website is a really cool thing for him. I'm happy for him. I'm glad that it was popular and got so many sales so quickly. If you watch his channel, you know that he's slaying bass constantly, so you tend to trust what he says is good, just because of his success out there on the water. But that's enough yapping. Let's catch some more fish. And I'm gonna try this jig just a few more times right here by these weeds. And then I'm gonna switch over to the ChatterBait and throw it this next big lay down over here. Oh, I'm getting bit. Oh no. I pulled it out of his mouth. I should have let him take it more. That would have been real cool if I caught one on the pond finesse jig for the first time. Let's make sure I still got my trailer on there. I do. Let's try to get that same fish to bite again. I was hung up on a weed, so I'm gonna redo that cast. And hope that he bites it again. I'm just slowly hopping it off the bottom. It's getting pretty dark. I turned my navigation lights on just so I'm following the rules a little bit. But it's definitely gonna be dark by the time I get back in there. Let's keep making our way on down the bank because it's getting pretty dark pretty quick. Sunset was at 8:45 and it's 9:05, so the sun has officially set. And now we're just fishing in the dark. Got a little bit of glow on the sky behind me, and the moon's starting to poke its head up, so hopefully it'll get a little bit brighter with the moon. You guys can see it over there being so full. It's probably why the bass forecast, I think I just missed another fish. Too busy talking to you guys, but hey, we're still having fun. Caught 3 good sized fish. I've had quite a few other bites. I just chucked that thing way back there in those weeds. So hopefully I can pop it right out of there once I get this backlash out. I think I had a backlash from the last cast and I didn't fix it. So that one's on me. Turned a little backlash into a big one. All right, even though it's dark, I'm back up here to that spot by the boat launch where I've caught quite a few on the drop shot. So I'm wondering if this jig would be the juice to catch me another one up here. And we're just gonna fish this little peninsula of grass and then call it quits because you guys are not gonna be able to see anything. But I still wanna have fun while I'm out here fishing, so I'm gonna fish this last spot. Looks like there's a cop sitting on the roundabout, which that's not uncommon, but hopefully I don't get in trouble for being out here. I don't think I should. I wanna say the park's open until 10 o'clock. But I could be wrong about that. And I can't even see where I'm casting, especially with a new lure. That was a pretty good cast. And that's a wrap, guys. It got dark quick, man. But once it was dark, I was like, oh, I'm already out here. I might as well fish my whole way back. So it's about an hour past sunset now. It's 9:45 at night. Made it off the lake safely. There wasn't any police waiting on me when I got off, so I guess it's not against the rules, or at least if it is, they didn't see me out here tonight. I want to say that this park down here at Lake Acworth closes at 10 p.m. during the summertime, so I'm still in the clear as far as time goes. So maybe that's why they weren't out here waiting on me. But anyways, got on some fish. It was a fun night for a Monday evening. Nothing better than catching some fish on a Monday. Shout out to my wife for holding down the fort while I was away. And shout out to my brother Mike for getting me some jigs. I appreciate you, brother. Hopefully on the next video, we'll be catching some on it. So I have a good feeling about it. And shout out to Tyler's Real Fishing for putting out some jigs that were meant just for basically for his viewers. The people that he knows are maybe not so familiar with fishing jigs, people that are trying to learn how to do bass fishing. It's really thoughtful of him as a content creator and also as a bass fisherman to be thinking about his community like that. So shout out to you, Tyler. Not that you'll see this, but if you do, that would be sweet. Drop a comment down below, let me know that you saw it. I'll definitely link all your stuff in the description, so be looking for that. I'll link all the tackle and everything that I caught fish on tonight in the description, and also some of the stuff that I used that I didn't catch anything on. But all in all, had a good night. Caught 3 fish. One of them was a hefty one, 3.5 pounds, so I don't think that's my PB. I want to say the PB was closer to 4 pounds, but I'll definitely put it, I probably already put it in the video back before, so you guys know before I do if it was my PB or not, but I'm fairly certain that it's not. But still, it was a fun fight. That fish was pretty big. It was long, a good 22 to 24 inch fish, and he put up a good fight. So all right, guys, that's a wrap. Enough rambling from me. I appreciate you guys hanging out till the end. I think we're like 3 subscribers away from 100, so if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button for me. Help me out. Let's get to 100. The next goal is going to be 500, so it'll be a challenge to get there, but yeah, I'll just keep putting content out and trust that, you know, the viewers will come. But appreciate each and every one of you guys for hanging out, and remember, God is for you and so am I. Peace.